alcohol, la 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 la. Just line 'em up and we will drink them all, la 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 la. Well, my mother always said, if you want to drink all day, you best start in the morning, son, 'cause that's the Irish way. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every other mother will agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every mother must agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me, and you and me, and you and me. Let there be whiskey.
I'm Russ. Uh-oh. Is my mic working? Okay. Hey, guys. Chris's mic isn't working. So give us a second. It's been a couple of weeks. We gotta get
there we go.
sea lice
Now it's
back.
working.
Are they better? Okay.
I think.
Start again,
Wait.
Chris.
Oops, wait. Cancel that. Okay, there we go. Hey, everybody! Welcome to Nerds with Alcohol. I'm Chris.
I'm Russ.
And your camera's following you around the room, Russ.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I'm still recovering.
Yeah, you were sick last week.
Yeah, I'm much better, but I'm still not 100%. I'm hoping by Friday I will be. But it's been a while.
It's been a while. Hey, Dawn's back.
Oh, Auntie Dawn. Hey, thank you, Auntie Dawn.
Dawn?
Yeah.
Auntie.
Yeah. Subscribed for 40 months. Nice.
Wow. Thank you so much. Really. That's amazing.
And CD just subscribed for 51 months. Nice. Thank you, CD.
Smokes.
It's
crazy. Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. But yeah, it's been 6 or 7 weeks. So
I'm going to turn off the auto frame my video because that's just a little weird. It's been a while, and this is largely because of me. My work schedule just like exploded on me, and I was literally unavailable. Like I was working 10 to 14-hour days, 10 to 16-hour days, really for the most part. We had a couple of 18-hour days in there, to get the parade finished and squared away. And,
which I watched it. It was nice. It looked good.
Oh, great!
The floats look great.
Thanks. We were actually I was very, very pleased with the work this year.
I will say this, you had to be sick and tired of green though, looking at a couple of those.
We had it's interestingly enough, there wasn't usually almost every year there's at least one dominant color, and there really wasn't like a huge dominant color. There were green, we used green a lot, but it wasn't
the Huntington float was completely green.
And then Huntington float was completely green.
And then the next float after it had a bunch of green on it too.
Pet Supplies Plus had a lot of green too. But we made 7 floats, and when you put it in the grand scheme, 7 brand new floats. I mean, the S3 float is so the staffing installation, that's all a dark green as well. I can't remember if that's on the main it's on camera or not. I think it is. So we had 2 breakdowns in the parade. 2 of the last 2 floats that are built on a car finally gave up the ghost, and so we had to get out the tow trucks to tow them. And the Santa and the S3 float. The Santa float died in the transmission blew. So
Santa needed a new sleigh.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to have to do some pretty major oh, that's all right, man. Next time, maybe we can check it out. CD, you might be able to catch it on YouTube if you really want to really find it. I might even have a link somewhere. I have to look at my phone. Yeah, the Santa float, it will give us the opportunity to redo a lot of it, and we won't be doing it from the ground up, but we'll be able to kind of redo some stuff on it. But yeah, it was insane.
You need the red one play.
That would be really fucking cool.
For
In the entirety of my life, I have never worked so hard for so long. This
so little.
yeah, for so fuck 2025 was probably the busiest year I've ever had. Like between all of the side gigging that I've been doing and all the work, and then through August, from August through the end of November, I pretty much worked almost every day between the side gigs at Ren Fair and various other side gigs in during Halloween in October, and then working pretty much every day in October and November. Yeah, I am thoroughly, totally, and completely exhausted. I thought 2022, the year we made 9 floats, would be the year would be the worst. No, 7. This year was actually worse with only 7 floats. And next year is our 100-year anniversary, so it's gonna be massive. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's good to be back. I'm really glad. I missed everybody. I missed you guys, CD and Auntie, and Jeepo and everybody. I mean, I just really missed being on the show. So
Yeah, and I mean, while you were gone, I did do one show
yes,
by
CD.
myself. And then I did stream one week. I wanted to stream more, but it just didn't work out in my time. I actually played the first session of or the first episode of Dispatch on here. Absolutely loved it. I have not played any more because I want to play it online because I think it works well with that format of the
Mhm.
episodic.
Mhm.
Doing an episode per show. Um so wait, I hear something. Your dad called and said, "Do you get a car?"
I am getting I didn't get OT. I'm salary. I don't get OT. But I have the next 3 months off. Well, 2.5 now, and I still get my paycheck, and I get a very substantial bonus. Oh no, I mean, CD, we were working every day. So I wasn't just doing like an 80-hour work week. I was doing like a 110-hour work week. I mean, it was like one of my coworkers, Shadow, clocked themselves for a 7-day week, and they had broke like over 100, I think well over 100 hours. And I was there right there with them. So yeah, give me an old float vehicle. Um, but I am getting a pretty big bonus. My bonus is going to be pretty substantial. And I mean, it
Cool.
ends up being taxed, unfortunately. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I think I'm.
trust me. I know all
I think
about
I'm.
that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get a. I've been enjoying my 3D printer. Um, I think I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to buy the Anycubic Cobra Max 3,
Mm,
and
yeah,
I'll be able to print things that are a little nicer. These are
I just started a print before the show.
these were claws for my Krampus costume.
Mhm.
So I had to keep
Yeah, I still got
I
to
had to
see.
keep
I still want to
figuring
see
out
I
what
want to see how
size.
the horns came out. So you'll have to next time you actually get to come over because Russ won't be there on Friday when we play D&D again.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am going to be in Grand Rapids performing as Krampus, um, and it'll be my last Friday performing.
Well, yeah,
So
because
this
then
night,
the next two are the day after Christmas and the day after New Year's. So
well, I did tell that's right. I did tell Carrie Ann that I would vend for them on that Friday at Holly Dazzle. It's the last day of Holly, but we're not gaming that night anyway.
the day
And
after
then
Christmas.
yeah, to
Yeah,
26th.
yeah,
And then, but that'll be it for a while.
yeah. And
I don't
then,
have any
but we are
performance.
playing on the 2nd, and I saw that it looks like you did level Kandar up.
I did level Kandar up. I rolled nicely on my thing.
I
I got an
saw.
8. I got
Uh,
an 8.
based on the numbers, you put in 9
Nope.
because
I had
Oh no,
I
you would
had
have been
Max.
18. You're right. It would have been 18. That's right.
I had
You were
Max
2 off.
before.
You were 2 off of Max, and so was Rich. So Zolan got a 10 on his dice.
Nice, very nice.
But yeah, so the way we're doing the level ups now is you can take the average if you want, but you have to tell me before you roll.
Oh,
Or you
actually,
can roll and take your chance.
I have
Okay.
one of the smaller horns. This is the smaller ones. I printed out the big ones, but they are so big that I have to figure out a better way to anchor them
Yeah, that's
because
what I
they
figured.
just, I mean, if I glue them down, it'll probably be like to the.
Have you
'Cause,
tried staples?
Have you tried? Have you? I wouldn't staple these. I love the animals. But anyways, the big ones are so big that they just they need like this is the band, and I
Yeah.
actually thickened the band a little bit. I widened it a little bit because it's still if you put it in the holes, it still wobbles a bit. So I widened the band a little bit so it's a little bit tighter fit into the into the little holes here on the thing. And so I still got to glue them together. But so this this is actually for my friend Sean, who's going to be filling in for me on the 19th at Canterbury. Um, but they just need I need a better way to anchor the big ones. I need like a bit wider brim, or I need to connect them to some kind of like rigid skull cap or something, and then put a wig over it. They're so cool. They look so fucking. They turned out great, Chris.
Yeah.
They printed out really well. I
I'm glad.
used a black PLA plus, and they just turned out really, really good. They'd probably turn out even better on your printer. But which I think you already did print them. So
I printed the big ones. I haven't printed the little ones.
yeah, but I printed the small ones out for my Krampus outfit, and they worked out pretty good. So I just gotta tune them a little bit.
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot for work. I've had to go to Tampa and Atlanta over the last few weeks. I get to go to Grand Rapids at the beginning of January, and then again near the end of January. And then I go to Asheville in February. That's all for work. And then CD, I'll be out in your neck of the woods again. I'm going out for the Kilty again in the second weekend in January. I'll be at the I'll be in Cedarburg at the Milwaukee Curling Club, and then at the end of January, Renee and I are same place. Renee and I are going to Wauwatosa, or not Wauwatosa. Sorry, Wauwatosa's later. I'm going to Wauwatosa too, but we'll get into that in a second. We're going to Mississauga, Ontario, at the end of January for the Scotties tournament, which is the women. And then in over the weekend after Valentine's Day, so it's like the 19th, 20th, 21st, something like that. I will be in Tosa, in Wauwatosa, at the Wauwatosa Curling Club for the men's senior nationals. And I will actually be competing because I technically now, actually, by USA curling standards, I am a senior.
Oh no.
Yep. 55 is the age for seniors. So I'm the young guy on the team. Playing with a guy that's 1 year older than me, and then another guy is like 5 years older than me, and another guy is like 15 years older than me. I think he's pushing 70. But should be a good time. It'll be my first time doing an actual like national curling event. So should be some really good curlers there. I don't expect us to win, but I'm hoping we'll at least be competitive. And the only reason I don't expect us to win is because we don't play together on a regular basis. None of us play together on any league. So it's one of those things where if you don't play together, you have a harder time playing in highly competitive spiels. You really got to play together to know each other's strengths and get the communication down. And Skip needs to know how you throw and things like that.
All right.
It'll be interesting. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, so I'll be in Wisconsin twice over the next month and a half. Well, 2 months, really. Okay, that sounds good, CD. Go out when I'm in Tosa. I'll be there from the spiel starts on Thursday, and I'll be there till Sunday. So, hey, Norochi, whatever, however you say that, Noroki. Ed, what's up?
Eddie. Hey, Ed, it's good to see you, man.
Long time no see, man.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
Been a minute. Yep, we are back, Ed. It's been we just we had to take a long break. This is the longest break we've ever taken, guys, and I really feel bad about it. Because like I said, it was largely due to my my work schedule. Last week Chris was sick, so
Yeah,
I'm not gonna own that one.
I was sick. I probably should have called off D&D on Friday, but it had already been 3 weeks. I didn't want to go for. So by the end of the night, though, I barely remember the end of that.
Oh, jeez.
Nurioki. Okay, Nurioki.
Okay.
But yeah, it was some sort of respiratory thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know that if it was the flu. I did have a temperature. Last Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday, I had a fever. By Thursday, it had come down quite a bit, but Tuesday, Wednesday, it was like 101, 102.
Well,
and I was home all by myself. Well, me and the dogs.
I'm glad you're feeling better, though, man.
Yeah, I am.
We really should get into it, though.
We should. We got lots of stuff to cover.
Hey, what are you drinking?
I am drinking something. So this is my first drink in I am thinner, CD. I've actually lost a total of almost 70 pounds. And I also got my hair cut, which helps. But I am drinking. So this is my first drink in over a week because of being sick. And it'll probably be my only one until Friday. But this is Vandermill Artisanal Hard Ciders, totally roasted.
Oh, that's a great cider.
Totally roasted, dude.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed that for the show.
It has been on the show before. I found it at Total Wine and was like, oh, yep, that's going in the cart. So this one is really good. A cider from apples that we press and ferment is paired with cinnamon, vanilla, and pecans that we roast. It hints at dessert without being too sweet, so the crispness of the apple cider still refreshes and delights. This is an eye-opening example of what cider can be. It is 6.5% ABV, and it is extremely clear.
Wow.
Very, very light color. It's very apple. You get a little bit of the other notes, like a little bit of the vanilla. I don't really get a lot of the cinnamon. Overall, it is just it's a good cider. There's not a ton of cinnamon. There's not a ton of any of those other flavors. There's just little hints of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it really
Vandermill doesn't overdo it.
Yeah, it really comes through as just a clean cider.
Yep.
And I really like this one. It is like it's like taking a bite of a juicy apple, and it's what that juice tastes like. So I really like their stuff. Vandermill does a good job. Yeah, so 2 thumbs up
right on.
So what about you? You drinking anything tonight?
Yeah, I got a drink tonight. I had to have my filling revised earlier today, so I'm like, well, let's have a drink. Actually, I mean, I was vending at Holly Dazzle for Ross and Carrie Ann, and I stopped at Alex's Market right there at Grange Hall and the Freeway, and they have a really, I mean, it's pricey, but they do have a really great selection of ciders and meads. They always have. And so I picked up three actually while I was there. And one of them is this was like 2 weeks ago, too, at least almost 3 weeks ago. This is Crafted Mead Warhammer. Um,
Warhammer.
it's an apple mead with blueberry. It's Oak and Thunder Warhammer. It is a 6%. Um, and it's fucking lovely. It's a sweet mead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely on the sweeter side, not so dry. Warhammer, apple mead with blueberry. It is better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Saga of the Volsungs, 13th century. It's lovely. It's made in Ohio. This is a
Not so lovely.
eh. Um, I'd compare it to, like some of the meads that come out of Bee Nectar.
Okay.
But it's a, it is definitely on the sweet side. Definitely, we've got that apple base on the flavor, and then I think the blueberry adds to the sweetness factor. But it's really solid mead.
So if it's a mead, then it's got to be well, if it's mostly apple and honey, then it's actually a sizer, not
a
a
sizer is probably
not a mead, but
not mead, but it's from Crafted Mead, and I had to drink one of them because like Stella was gonna like fucking drink all of them if I didn't get. It does still say just mead. It doesn't say sizer, but whatever.
yeah. So okay, cool. I've never seen that one before. So
Me too. That's why I picked it up. I got a couple more in the fridge, so the next 2 weeks will be a couple more kind of lovely things. One I think I've already done before, but I've done it. It's a wonderful cider, so I
okay.
get it.
You sure they're still going to be there next week and the week after?
I should be. I should be.
Well, just
God's willing.
I'll say I don't know if Stella's going to get to them. So.
Oh yeah, no, I could tell her. I was like, "Don't you goddamn drink all of it." I mean, it wasn't cheap. I mean, it was like almost $50, for like 3-4 packs of cider and mead, and I'm like,
the shit's
better
getting
not drink all
expensive.
this shit. Yeah,
Arrows, bitch.
it's always been expensive. I mean, the craft drinks that we drink on this show have always been like, it's not like we're drinking Budweiser, man. This shit is expensive. Let's see. It looks like CD's got something called "Don't See You There," 6%.
Didn't see you there.
Didn't see you there. It's an IPA. Ope Brewing Company. All
Yep.
right, solid. All
I
right.
love their name.
Smooth and yeah, that's great. She's smooching your cider and hopefully other stuff for smooching the cider. No, she doesn't. She needs to reciprocate better. Yeah.
Yeah. So first I want to say, raise a glass and say, happy 100th birthday, Dick Van Dyke.
Yes, absolutely.
Lots of childhood memories thanks to him. And
the fact that he made it to 100, man.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And I love that he talks about, in my 20s, I exercised for health, and my 30 to look good. In my 30s, it was for health, and my 40s, blah, blah, blah. He goes, now it's for spite.
Yeah. Yeah. He's, it's funny because he's still
Slainte, Dick.
He's fading a little bit, but
like he's a fucking 100.
He's 100. I mean, the fact that he's still 100, he's 100, and he's still, he's still doing interviews and talking to people, and I mean, he was in Mary Poppins 2 a little while ago, a couple years ago. I mean, it's been like 5 years ago now, but I mean, he was amazing. He's amazing, and Dick Van Dyke not only is an incredible talent. Like if you watch his old original show, the Dick Van Dyke Show, it holds up, dude. It is still a solid. I mean, it's a product of its era, but it is still a very solid, comedic, just incredibly good sitcom of the era. It had Mary Tyler Moore. It had Rob Reiner, or Carl Reiner, excuse me. It had Carl Reiner, and it was and a bunch of other like well-known people at the time. and just fantastic actor. I mean, the guy has had an incredible career, and one thing too, Scandal didn't ever follow that guy.
Yeah.
He was always like just this stand-up dude in Hollywood, and just I've always adored Dick Van Dyke. Um, that being said, to segue into that, yes, Carl Reiner was a regular on his show, and his son Rob Reiner was a beloved actor, director, who directed some of the most memorable, some of the best,
One of my
most.
favorite movies of all time, and some others that I loved.
Yeah, I mean, The Princess Bride.
Yep.
He directed The Princess Bride. Arguably, many consider the perfect movie.
Yep.
Um,
There's a scarcity of perfect
Perfect
movies
breasts.
in the world. It would be a
Yeah,
shame to ruin this one.
we're in this one. Um, Unfortunately, he and his wife were found dead on Sunday. Um,
Murdered.
Apparent homicide. And their son is is the prime suspect.
Yeah,
He has
he's been arrested and
been arrested. Apparently, he struggled with addiction and addiction and homelessness and mental health, and apparently it appears that he may have stabbed his parents to death. And uh, this seeing this upset me almost to the same point of when Robin Williams passed.
mm,
I was um
I don't know how you missed it, CD. It's been all over.
yeah. It When Robin Williams passed, I was I think I was in mourning for a while. I mean, I was
Hmm.
mildly depressed. Not like I can't go to work or but I think I was bummed out, man. I was really bummed out, and I think I'm having a
Well,
similar reaction for quite a while,
yeah,
actually.
and Robin
And
Williams hit me really hard because it was also him taking his own life.
right, correct. And but we also knew more stuff. I mean, he was sick, he was ill, he was he had a degenerative disease, and it was only going to get worse. So, I mean, he took himself out before it got terrible. Rob Reiner, 78 years old, his wife 68. Um, I mean, he was definitely getting up there in age, but he might have had a couple more movies in him, and
I mean, Final Tap 2 just
just
released,
came up. Yep. So,
which I gotta watch that. I haven't seen it.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
I gotta check that out.
Absolutely. It really, really bummed me out, man. I've always appreciated Rob Reiner. I mean, when Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men. Um, I mean, he did a bunch of movies that and on top of it too, Castle Rock Entertainment, his production company, also produced a lot of movies and television shows that a lot
I
of
don't
people didn't
I didn't
realize.
realize he was Castle Rock.
It was him. Like the City Slickers films, he produced those. I mean, there's um I could pull up the
Yeah.
thing but I'm not going to. I mean, it's the man an incredible career, and we are the movie making world was better for his his
His talent.
contribution
Yep.
and talents. That being said, Donald Trump probably said something,
He is
posted his response or his commentary on Rob Reiner's murder was possibly one of the most despicable things I've ever seen in my life. It was probably one of the worst things, probably one of the worst things Donald Trump I feel has posted that's kind of ticked me off so personally. Like he's posted a lot of horrible things and a lot of
mhm.
awful things over the last 12 years of us being exposed to his
When
dipshittery.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is calling him out, there's an issue.
That for sure. When I'm agreeing with Marjorie Taylor, if anything, and I've said this before, Donald Trump is ticking me off because now he's got me agreeing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now that she has broken ties with him. and broken ties with the Republican Party, really.
At least the MAGA movement. They're saying
Yeah.
she's focusing
Well,
on
she's
America
quitting.
first. Yeah.
Right. And she's leaving her seat. So
Yeah.
Several other people in the Republican Party have reached out, have spoken out against this post. He basically blamed he obviously made this post before they knew that the son had
Mhm.
killed them. Um allegedly.
Allegedly.
Um he basically blamed Rob Reiner's murder on the fact that he hated Donald Trump.
He had TDS,
He
Trump
had TDS
derangement syndrome.
Yeah. So Donnie, does that mean that somebody in MAGA killed Rob Reiner then? It was one of those things that was just like when I read it, it was on his Truth Social. And
So
somebody else had cross-posted it on Facebook, and I was like, "Can you fucking believe this?" And I was like, "I fucking can't. This is unbelievable. It is."
it really is. And the thing is, I don't think Trump actually wrote it because there were some words in there I don't think Trump knows.
But he has to approve all of them.
Right.
And I think he did. I think he wrote it.
I think he summarized it and someone else kind of wrote it and fluffed it out to make it sound more intelligible, because I don't think he could sound that intelligible.
I don't know.
But it was horrid. Absolutely horrible.
It was one of the worst examples of somebody needs to take grandpa's keys away from him.
It showed nothing but focus on himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was because it was all about him. That's why Rob Reiner was killed, was because of him. Because of the way he felt about him. So it's just showed his true narcissistic, megalomaniacal personality. But enough about dickbag.
Yeah. So our hearts go out to the Reiner fam.
Yep. And I will
Rob
raise
Reiner
a glass to Rob Reiner for all the great memories.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Meathead.
Yep. Thank you. Actually, I almost started off with the show with, we have so much to talk about. No, there is too much. We must sum up.
Too much sum up. We do have a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. What do you want to start? Where do you want to start?
Tonight, Prime moved up the premiere of Fallout Season 2. It drops tonight at 9 p.m. 20 minutes from now. It drops.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put that on when I get done with the show, and Stella and I will watch that. I will take a break from Baldur's Gate 3.
Not me. I will be going to bed after the show because I have to work tomorrow.
Right. I don't.
But
I've turned into a vampire again, Chris. I'm up
after Friday. I don't work until the 5th.
Really?
I am off for the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
I fucking can't wait.
That's awesome.
16 days off.
I've turned into a vampire again. I was so I'm gonna catch I'm gonna probably Stella and I'll probably watch it later tonight. She also wants to find time. She's on a Cillian Murphy kick right now, so she really wants to find time to watch Oppenheimer. So I'm like, all right, it's a 3-hour stretch, but I hear it's amazing. So
Renee and I tried watching it. One of the things I will tell you, it's very quiet dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the problem we had, and it's dark. So you're not gonna have a problem watching it in the evening. No, it's not black and white. It's in color.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was black and white.
No.
All right.
But when we were trying to watch it, we were having difficulty hearing it, and it was in the morning, and there was a glare coming in off the window, and we're like, you know what? Let's try this later, and we haven't gotten back to it. We haven't watched that, we haven't watched Barbie yet either. The Barbie movie, yeah.
Man, Barbie's a lot of fun. So Fallout, I'm super excited. It looks like CD was underwhelmed by the first season. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the games.
I did too.
And
a little plot holy, yeah. I mean, it's the way that
video game.
Yeah, it's the way the video game is. There's
and
plot holes.
I think the reason why there are plot holes is the fact that they really were planning on it being, you got to be in it for the long haul, long haul. So like I would imagine some of those plot holes will get filled up with season 2.
Hmm.
But that's just my guess. But super excited. I'm really like looking forward to see how they go with the things. I mean,
And they're
I
doing
loved how
New
they
Vegas, baby.
going to New Vegas. I loved how they used a lot of practical effect. Like the armor is wearable. I mean,
Hmm.
I mean, they basically did some digital enhancements. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Well, they did some digital enhancements, but for the most part, they built that armor.
Hmm.
I don't believe it's made out of metal. It's probably made out of some kind of lighter weight, um,
Polymer or something.
resin or something,
Yeah.
some sort of resin or something. But yeah, it's actual, wearable suit of armor. Um, I loved. We're going to see a lot more of the mutations. We're going to see a lot more of the ghouls. The ghoul himself, that character, has been expanded into. They've added him into Fallout 76, the
Mm.
online version of the game. And I mean, I'm just giddy at the fact that another video game franchise has had a successful television show. We've had Last of Us, we've had Fallout, um, you know, and our hope, a lot of people's hope, were that because the video game or the TV shows have been doing so well, that would push forward development on the video games on Bethesda's end. Unfortunately, I mean, they did say the head of Bethesda just the other day, Todd, blanking on his name. He did say that Elder Scrolls 6 is moving along and it at a good pace, but it is still quite a ways away. And I think as is the next Fallout. So the next Fallout video game. But they did recently release an update, an anniversary edition for the 10-year anniversary of Fallout 4. Um, they released upscaling, edition to to get the game up to the current status, the status of the current systems and stuff. Unfortunately, it like I guess on a lot of computers completely broke the game. So they've been patching and patching, which I mean, par for the course for Bethesda.
Yeah.
So they've been patching the hell out of it the last couple weeks. Apparently, I will probably be getting the upgrade for my PS5. I've heard good things for the PS5 version, and be doing a new playthrough because it is an absolutely fantastic game, and again, and a fantastic setting. So Chris and I will probably be doing reviews of the shows as they come out.
Yep.
So
Speaking of shows, I watched the first 4 episodes of the new Stranger Things season.
yeah,
Um,
I haven't
so
even
far it's
started.
kind of been meh. Um, I want to finish it. The next couple, I think the next 3 come out on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, and then the last 3 come out on New Year's Eve or New Year's.
Yeah, and I think the
Um,
finale is actually also going to be shown in theaters.
oh, is it? I know it's the finale. I think is like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it's going to be more
Um,
of a feature length
yeah.
than a finale. Hmm.
But I mean, overall, they're building up to something, so I'm gonna give them credit. The the I'll give them time to see how they finish. I just hope they finish it well.
Hmm. Um,
Because it really is a good show.
yeah, another show that just finished filming, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Although we have season 4 still to come out this year, later in 26, season 5 has finished filming. Or they're polishing it up, finishing it up with the finale. It's going to be a short season, a season 6, but some of the actors have been posting, um, you know, farewell kinds of posts on their social medias
Mm.
to kind of be like, "Yep, this is it." Hey, Jibo, good to see you.
Hey,
Yep, it's
Jibo.
good to be back. Um, So yeah, Strange New Worlds is also kind of prepping for the end of their voyage, and then what we're going to see next. Obviously, we'll be seeing Star Trek Academy, and I got to tell you, man, they released that new trailer, the true official trailer. Now, the show starts in January, so we're just
Yeah.
a few weeks away. Um, Chris, I tell you, man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think Starfleet Academy looks really good. I like that they seem to have their own ship, probably for
Mhm.
training purposes, but it's not just some bullshit training ship. It's a fucking ship.
Yeah.
Um, the the makeup looks great as always. You know, we've got the Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid officer who's like very much in charge of a lot of the cadets. You've got Holly Hunter as the captain. I love the fact that she still has glasses. You know, that she doesn't. People talked about that. Like, there are certain things that even though people could probably get some kind of surgery to fix those kinds of things in the far-flung future, some humans still kind of decide to stick with something like a pair of glasses, you know? Like Captain Kirk at one point in one of the movies, also, he had reading glasses he needed and accidentally broke them in one of the movies. I I thought that was a nice touch. We got Paul Giamatti as the villain. They showed him.
He looks great.
He looks really cool. And he's such an amazing actor to have him chewing up, just chewing up the scenery with, being this maniacal bad guy. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
We get
Uh,
Robert Picardo back
Robert
as the
Picardo,
doctor.
yep. They'd
As the
actually,
doctor.
people had been talking to him about like, well, which version of the EMH are you playing? Because on Voyager there was the EMH,
Hmm.
emergency medical hologram, and then there was a copy of the EMH that was like found by another, like it was sent off in like a probe or something like that, and then was found like hundreds of years later by another race, and he was basically a whole separate entity. So, and Picardo did confirm for people that he is the original EMH, that he's not the secondary one. So, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see, like, I'll even just explain why he looks older.
Hmm.
You know, maybe he's like, well, after 800 years, I decided, maybe I should look my age, or whatever. You know,
Oh,
um,
and we get Jet Reno again.
Yeah, I'm excited. She's going to be a regular on the show. Although a lot of people were surprised that Tilly isn't going. She's only in the first episode, but because she had established on Discovery that she was going to leave the Discovery and go and teach at the Academy, um, a lot of us figured, oh, okay, well then she'll probably be leading the show, but apparently not. They pivoted in a different direction,
Hmm.
so she will be in the first episode. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see her
Well,
again. And I
Tignataro is
would probably
actually
see,
only listed for one episode as well right now.
well, if you're looking at IMDb,
Hmm.
that's not uncommon.
Right. Oh, Tatiana Maslany's in it. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
nope, she is. She has
I love her. She's an
she's at
amazing
least one
actress.
episode.
Even
Yeah,
Colbert.
he is the voice of the computer
He is
at the
Starfleet's
Academy.
digital dean of students.
hmm Yeah, from what I understand, you're not going to see him. It's just his voice.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah, he
listed
made
for
the.
10 episodes.
hmm Well, he said he gets to say some of the funnier stuff. Things, one of the funnier things. Um. So yeah, I'm very much excited. Now,
It's still on Paramount CD.
yeah, yeah, she found another job. Well, speaking of Tatiana Maslany, her Orphan Black show is now fully on Netflix again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I'll
Good
probably
show.
get the chance to watch it.
Yeah, I still gotta
I
watch
also
the.
saw
I have to finish the 5th season.
I
I've
also
never
saw
finished
that
the
there was
show.
a rumor that they were going to do I just saw kind of a little blurb that in 26 they're going to do like a secret She-Hulk project.
Mhm.
Um, maybe a wrap up or kind of wrap up the story ending, the kind of the story points that they had at the end of the She-Hulk show. But I think I still stand by it. I think that was a fantastic show.
I think it was
Um,
too. I really enjoyed that show a lot.
really enjoyed it. Um, what was it? Well, Star Trek. Speaking of Paramount, big news in Hollywood the last couple of weeks. It's been like on my mind and a lot of people's minds here is Warner Brothers.
The sale of
Who's going
specifically.
to buy Warner Brothers? Exactly. The sale of Warner Brothers. Now,
It came out, everyone said Netflix is buying Warner Brothers.
yep, 83 billion with a B, 83 billion dollars with a B. Holy shit, 83 billion dollars. Now, when you think about it, Netflix has over 300 million subscribers. If you round it off to about 20 bucks a pop, that is what, $6 billion a month?
Even just say it's 10. Round it down.
Mm-hmm. Well, you figure, I think a standard subscription is still like 10 or $12 or something like that. And then now if you do like the high def subscription,
Yeah, with
it's like
the no
20 something.
commercials, things like that. It's
No
like
commercials, shit.
$16.99, I think.
Yeah.
What it's
So
up to.
even so, you round it at like, yeah, okay, even rounded at at $10, it's still at 300 million people. That's $3 billion a month that they're making. Now, I
That's
think it's definitely more than that.
no, it's at 3 million, it would be 30 million a month.
300 million people worldwide.
Oh, 300 million. Okay, yeah, you're right. Then it's 3 billion. Yeah.
$3 billion. And I think it's more than that. I think it's probably closer to somewhere be closer to 5 or 6. So they got money. They got a lot of fucking money. Billions of we talk about these numbers.
They say they're losing money like crazy.
Such bullshit. Um,
Well, we got to remember, corporate speak, losing money doesn't mean that they're actually spending more than what they're getting in. It
No.
means their profits aren't at the level they think they should be, that they projected
correct.
them to be.
Correct, because that's the thing. Netflix does produce content. They do spend, they do say, okay, we will pay for the making of that, usually of things that are exclusive to Netflix, right?
Adam Sandler
Old
movies.
Guard, Stranger Things. What?
Adam Sandler movies.
Adam Sandler movies. No, true.
He had a 10-year contract with him.
He just got a Golden Globe nomination. So, I mean, Adam Sandler, yes, he makes his movies, he makes goofy shit, but he's also a pretty solid actor, and a lot of people don't give him enough credit. He's just got a Best Supporting Actor nomination for this Jay Kelly movie that he made with George Clooney, which I believe is on Netflix. But yes, they do produce stuff. The Witcher, things like that. And quite often, some of the things that they make are really expensive. So sure, they are putting out stuff. They're not putting out hundreds of billions of dollars. They're probably putting out a couple of billion a year in producing stuff. The rest of the stuff they buy. They buy, the streaming rights for certain things, right? Millions of dollars go into that. Millions and millions of dollars go into.
You mentioned the Old Guard. I got to watch the second one.
I got to watch both of them. I haven't seen the first one yet.
Dude, the first one's good.
I'm so behind on everything. So anyway, they have to spend a lot of money on licensing fees. So that is also going to be some money. But $83 billion is what they wanted to buy Warner Brothers for. Now, at the same time, they're only interested in their streaming stuff. So HBO Max. All the stuff on HBO Max. So you're looking at The Sopranos, you're looking at Game of Thrones.
Discovery.
And
Nat Geo.
Actually, I think Discovery may not be part of the deal.
No, I believe it was. It was Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Nat Geo. The one they weren't getting was CNN.
They don't want the sports. Yeah. They don't want CNN, and they are not interested in the video game stuff, which is interesting because Netflix does have video games, but they only have them on your phone.
Yeah.
So it's a it's a little bit different, you know. So they wanted, you know, like I said, but with Warner Brothers comes Harry Potter and the DC cinematic universe, and um, you know, Looney Tunes. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made there, especially particularly considering when you think about DC. Warner Brothers was actually doing better. I mean, Warner Brothers actually puts out about 25% of the movies that are made in Hollywood, and they were actually doing a little bit better over because, you know, like the success of the last few DC movies have really kind of given them a boost.
Um, yeah, it would be Game of Thrones, Looney Tunes, The Matrix, Big Bang Theory, Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
All those are part, along with Harry Potter and DC.
Right. So it's just like I said, on top of everything on HBO, like I said, The Sopranos, The Wire, all these different things that are exclusive that have been on HBO for forever. So Netflix would get that. Now the problem is what a lot of people have been saying is if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, it would be the beginning of the end of the true end of the cinematic experience. Netflix would have to continue to meet certain contractual guidelines for releasing movies in the theaters. But by 2030, they said that they would probably either stop or almost completely slow down, reduce the amount of movies that go into the theaters, or at the very least, reduce dramatically the time they are in theaters. A 45-day window would turn into 2 weeks and then it would go on Netflix. They want subscribers. They
Mhm.
are not as interested in turning out, you know, incredible movies and the movie going experience. Now, a couple of days after Netflix announced they wanted to buy Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers going, "Hey, I think we'd be
Well,
down for this."
after they pretty much announced that it was a done deal.
Yeah. Um, Skydance Paramount swooped in with essentially a hostile takeover uh, kind of
Yep.
response. Now they're offering like something 100 like 110 billion for the whole kit and caboodle. They're talking everything, all of the TV shows or all the TV channels that they own. So Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, you know, all the other, you know, shows that they or channels that they own, the video game department, which again, kind of
Comedy Central is that's Paramount though, isn't it?
may, maybe I can't remember it was, but it was a bunch. It was
Yeah.
like all of the TV shows or the TV channels that Warner Brothers owns. Um, you know, and the video game department, which yes, arguably has lost some money. I mean, the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game tanked unbelievably, lost them $200 million. Um, the they came back strong with the Harry Potter video game from Portkey Games. It's that game sold unbelievable amounts of money, made them unbelievable amounts of money. So I mean, it was game of the year in I think 23. It was maybe 24. No, it was 24. Game of the year in 24. It was because BG3 was 23. Um, it was you know, it was pretty incredible. So Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers, and they went like I said, they went to the shareholders directly. And they said, and they appealed to the shareholders. So, like I said, it was more of a hostile takeover. Instead of going through the board, they went through their shareholders. Now,
Now, who's really
there's
funding this?
okay. Now, there's a lot of different things. I'm going to try and sum this up so we can move on. If Netflix buys it, it's probably going to kill the movie industry. At the least, at the theater going experience, they'll still be making movies, but they won't go to the theaters. There won't, or not as many movies go to theaters. Theaters will have to shut down. There'll be a lot less theaters, a lot less.
Which was
And
actually
if
the
you go,
original plan at HBO was
Mhm.
to kill doing theater movies.
And
And
people responded poorly. They were like, no, 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 we like the movies, we like going to the movies, as did the industry. Now that's the other thing. You say if Netflix does what they want to do, and essentially kill the movie and kill the theater going industry, that's going to change the quality of the films that you see. They're not going to be made as big budget kind of blockbustery kind of films. I mean, they will still make, you know, spectacle kinds of movies, but the money will change. People, the actors will probably still make the same amount of money because they'll need to get the actors in, you know, on the sets. But people like cameramen, makeup people, directors, editors, those kind of people, directors will probably still make pretty decent money. Those kinds of people will make less money, and there'll be less competition, so there'll be less work to go around.
The effects people will
So
still make money.
the effects people will still make money, but then I mean, they're already having a tough time because computers have taken over so much, like practical effects people and things like that, that their careers are already changing. Um, so it's just for the continuation of the movie going experience and the theater going experience, and honestly, the quality of film, it's probably not the best idea. Now, if Paramount buys it, it would be it would be basically the same as, say, Ford buying Chrysler. It would basically it could potentially give Paramount too much of a monopoly, too much of a portion of the industry, and again, competition would go down. There'd be less variety of opportunity for the people. Now, that being said, Paramount is still making movies, though. They make movies. They don't just make streaming content. They do make some. I mean, they do have their own streaming app, Paramount Plus. They do make Star Trek. They make, some other stuff that they do for streaming. But for the most part, Paramount is making movies. So if they were to buy it, it would probably not it would stretch out the life of the movie going experience for probably a little bit longer, probably another 20 years longer. But that being said, there's also some politics involved.
Hmm.
One of the companies that is directly involved with Paramount and Skydance is one of Donald Trump's son's businesses.
Son-in-laws,
So his son-in-law.
Jared Kushner,
So
and the
there,
Saudis.
yes, exactly. That was the other point. Now, people have also said the Saudis are also, there's Paramount has a lot of money wrapped up in Saudi Arabia. And they say that the thing about or about these Saudi Arabian businessmen, is they're not all that concerned with the artistry of the movie making. They just want to turn out money making opportunities. So
Yep.
instead of having a show like Peacemaker or potentially Booster Gold, like they've talked about, or the Suicide Squad or Creature Commandos, just to name the DC risks that James Gunn has taken, they would be more likely to lean into the stuff that is guaranteed to make money, like Batman movies, another Superman movie, things like that. You're not going to see as much risk. You're not going to see as many artists being given the opportunity to make a Clayface movie, which I arguably would say is probably not the best idea,
No,
to make a movie about Clayface without Batman, but whatever. There's also been people been
I
speculating
don't
that
think they should be making movies about villains. Period.
agreed. Although the Penguin was pretty fucking good.
Well, that was a good show, but it was just a gangster show.
It was. It was a gangster show. If you took out all of the Gotham City and Batman references, it would have been a fucking amazing gangster show. And that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
essentially a gangster show. But so there's also a lot of people that are, I mean, there are some people that are speculating if they buy Warner Brothers, if either of these companies buy Warner Brothers, they might replace James Gunn because they feel James Gunn is a little too much of a risk taker, even though his risks have paid off almost every time. So we'll see. There's even
Well,
speculation that they would bring back the Snyderverse.
yeah,
There's no fucking way.
yeah, no way.
No.
That was
So
that was a failed experiment. It
well,
needs
just
to
at the
stay.
very
It
least,
needs to stay
I
in the
mean, some of the
past.
people that are involved aren't interested in coming back anymore. Henry
Yeah,
Cavill, as much as he enjoyed playing Superman, he's got other irons in the fire now.
yeah.
You know, um, an upcoming Marvel role apparently. He's got the Highlander remake that he's full on and board with. He's got Warhammer. The dude's got a full plate.
Yep.
Playing Superman again. the David
So
Cornsweet did a great job.
one of the other issues that I have with the Paramount thing is that the one of the heads at Paramount has told Trump that if if they get the this buyout, then he will completely revamp CNN. He will make
Jesus.
sweeping changes at CNN. And that
Yeah,
concerns
see,
me.
right. See, that's the other thing. Donald Trump was very much. I mean, he was helped broker along the purchase of Paramount by Skydance because it benefited him and his family in the long run. Now, from what I understand, I thought I saw a blurb saying that Kushner has backed away from and his company has backed away from the sale. And I think probably at Donald Trump's or at his people's urgings,
I think
so
that's
that
bullshit. I have a feeling they haven't backed away. They've just gone to the back.
sure, yeah, maybe.
To the
I mean,
background.
I think
They're
that's
still gonna
probably
they're not gonna just walk away from money
no,
like
no,
that.
no. But I mean, that's the thing. They're definitely they're in bed with the Trumps, and that's messed up to me. So, um, I think neither company should buy Warner Brothers, and I think that Warner Brothers should continue to, you know,
Bleed money.
well, soldier on at the very least, or maybe somebody else, somebody.
The
I
whole
mean,
reason they're looking
ultimately,
at selling is because they're losing money.
I don't know, man. I mean, the parent company, somebody else owns Warner Brothers, you know, so got to wonder, like, whatever the company is that owns Warner
I
Brothers.
didn't think so. I thought it was Warner Brothers Discovery was the parent company.
But all in all, if I think
Yeah.
if either
The parent company is currently Warner Brothers Discovery.
okay, so they're just looking to sell out is basically what they're looking to do.
Yeah.
Um, I think if either company buys it, it's it's not going to be a good scene, you know. Um, I think my preference, because I am a fan of going to the movies and I am a fan of that of keeping it that way. I think I would prefer that Paramount bought them as opposed to Netflix, but at the same time, hell, for convenience factor, like eventually Netflix will fold HBO Max into Netflix and we'll just have one big super fucking huge
Well, and
um,
that's what
you know,
Hulu's doing with Disney Plus. They're
right.
folding
For
Hulu
Disney
into Disney
Pluses. Yeah.
Plus. Yeah.
So we'll see. But all in all, we are seeing a massive change into the entertainment industry. Um,
We're winding up
it's
with cable companies again.
yeah, and it's a I mean, it's this other thing too. Like these companies got to stop fucking with our best import or best export. I mean, the thing that we don't make, we don't our biggest exports now aren't cars or steel or anything else like that. It's IP. Our biggest exports now are movies and entertainment. We entertain the world. Yeah, we still make shit. We make cars and we make clothes
Don't
and we
forget
make whatever.
weapons.
And we make weapons. Yeah, we're really good at making weapons. But for the most part, people love us for our entertainment, our movies, our television shows, our music.
They tolerate us because of our entertainment.
Well, okay, yes, that's what they like. And if they continue to fuck with that, you know, people are going to get upset. And the thing is other countries are starting to step up their game. Bollywood is huge in almost every other section in the world except for us. Um, you know, China is turning out a pretty robust movie making industry as well.
What
Even Russia's getting into the game.
watch Netflix, you see nothing but Korean TV.
Yep, absolutely. There's so much foreign television on Netflix now that it's like it's pretty
Now,
incredible.
I still haven't watched the movie CD keeps telling us we need to watch, the RRR.
Oh yeah, no, actually Stella watched it over with some friends of hers with her writing group, and she was raving about it. She said, "Oh, you'll love it," and I haven't had a chance.
K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I don't watch the K-pop Demon Hunters thing. CD.
I
That
haven't
is
seen it
not
yet,
mine.
but I have heard it's really, really great. If you've got kids, like teenagers or young teenagers, they're all about it. My friend Shadow, their
Renee's a
daughter
big
is,
K-pop person, so I'm sure she'll watch it eventually.
yeah, and they're already talking a live action version and the sequel.
So CD said, "Dude, if she raves on it, you know it's good."
Yeah. Um. Anyway, so that's the thing. I'm sure we're going to be following up on this, but if anything, we're looking at a protracted battle. It's going to be a year to
And-
18 months before we see anything
yeah.
because
I'm
the government is going to be reviewing this. It's going to be a long time.
I'm waiting for for John Oliver to be able to come out and talk about his new business daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And if it winds up being Kushner, oh man, is he gonna have a field day?
oh my God. Uh, so the Game Awards were a couple of nights ago, or
Well,
last.
so before we do that, there was
Okay.
one show we didn't talk about that actually I just found
Oh
out
yeah.
is premiering in January that I'm super excited about. It's not so much nerd genre, but it's The Pit season 2
Oh yeah.
is going to be
Absolutely.
in January. That show is so fucking good.
So
I
good.
was so excited to see that we were getting it in January. I didn't think it was going to be that soon.
It has also been nominated for a best television series on the Golden Globes, and I think it won at the Emmys.
I think it did.
I think it already won at the Emmys, but it has been nominated for Golden Globe.
But yeah, that
Because
was
it
the
is.
one I just wanted to throw out there. That's just
Oh,
it's so fucking good.
I'm meaning to do a rewatch before the new season because it is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. One of the
Um,
best medical dramas I've ever seen.
yeah, and we also didn't talk about the Mighty Nine.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah, we should talk about that. Holy crap, is this a good fucking show?
It's so
They didn't disappoint, man.
if you're a huge fan of the the actual Mighty Nine campaign.
Mm-hmm.
This does not follow it
No,
directly.
it's condensing it, and it's
it's throwing
changing
in
things.
origin stories.
Yeah.
And
Well, they said they wanted to do that.
It's mixing things up, which I'm fine with that. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's mixing things up. Like Yasha's not at the circus when they get there,
No.
and
In fact, she's been
they're doing a whole different story with Yasha.
Yeah, she's been in it quite a bit less. I mean, she's been in it. She's
episodes.
only been right, and she's only been like real fast scenes.
Yeah.
I understand she's going to show up in the last two.
Yeah. But overall, I think it's been strong.
Yeah.
I haven't been crazy about some of the things. Like, I don't care for the fact that Jester's already in love with Ford. Things like that.
She's always kind of infatuated. She was always,
but she's
flirty
like
and
full
infatuated.
on like the whole Oscar type thing.
Well, I think it's yes, but I think it's still at that like schoolgirl crush stage. I think she's her full on in love part will come later. I think she's just like he's handsome and her protector. So, but yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I think there's that. They well, they said that they didn't want to do a carbon copy of Mighty Nine. They wanted to be, I mean, of Vox Machina. They wanted it to be different. They do show in Vox Machina, they're already a group and they're together. And in this, we get to see them meet, and we get to see some origin story stuff. We learn more about Jester right away. We learn more about Ford right away. We see him affect the Western accent. We see him get his powers and not understand where they are coming from. We see
Caleb dealing with the whole bullstrucker thing.
Caleb and Not meeting. We see their meetup. I'm glad that they haven't. We still don't know anything about Not. I'm glad they didn't overshare that.
Yeah.
Because I feel that is something that needs to be revealed much later down the road. Her origins and the fact, just I don't want to spoil too much, but if the story that came out, a whole bunch of years ago.
Well, I think that's not going to come out till a couple seasons from now. So like I want to see them
Yeah.
do. Renee and I think that the end of this season's gonna end with Molly and Mock's death.
Yeah. Yes. I would say that is accurate. Which is weird because I mean, he was around for a while. I mean, he died relatively early in the campaign. I mean, they were only like level 6 or so when he died, um, but he has to die. He has to die.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can get Caduceus, and it's a big story point.
It is.
It's a huge story point, that they end up using much later on. So, um, yeah, I'll bet that it's already been renewed, as has Vox Machina has been renewed. We've got season 4 coming, and it's been already renewed for season 5, which then we feel like it'll probably end at season 5. Which I'm still excited about, really excited about. I hope that when the show is over, they'll put out a hard copy, so you can just buy the series, and I think that'd be really great. The But I did tell you, Chris, I'm loving it. I got Stella to sit and watch it, and she likes it. She was the one. Hey, is there another Mighty Nine on tonight? No, Stella, it's Wednesday nights. It's
Tomorrow night.
but she really enjoyed it. I was like, well, you need to sit and watch Vox Machina now. I think you'll really like that too. It's a little lighter in tone, but not a lot. I also like the slight variation in animation, in art style. It's very close, but just tweaked just a little bit
Yeah.
different. Like a slightly different art director.
Yeah, so far I'm enjoying the show. One of the things Renee brought up was like, so I mean, we're 6 episodes in and they're still just kind of like they're not a group. They're traveling together right now, but they don't trust
They're
each
not
other.
a
They don't.
they're not a family yet.
Yeah. And
They're a group,
she's
but
like
they're not a
she's
family.
like, she was thinking back, this group really didn't trust each other for the longest time.
For sure. For sure. They were, yes, absolutely. Well, I think when Critical Role put the second campaign together, they definitely didn't want to repeat what they did um with Vox Machina. They wanted something different, which is what they got. They absolutely got. They all did very different characters. And I think overall, just a really it's just been fantastic. I love that it's longer. The season will be shorter. I mean, I think Vox Machina went 12 episodes each episode. Yeah, each season at roughly a half an hour per episode, and these are just short of an hour and closer to 45 minutes. And there's only 8 episodes, so um, eh,
Hey, thanks, CD.
roughly about the same amount of time, but still, just an absolutely fantastic show, and I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. So,
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's Ed saying? Oh hey, thanks again, CD. CD's gifting subs out.
Hey,
He gave one to Dutch and he gave one to Nirioki. They gotta say, love the Bateman Batman State Farm commercials. Oh yeah,
oh my
those
God,
are great. Oh, so many ads on Twitch. What the hell? This seems new. Yeah, I'm glad to see that we're getting Bateman and stuff on here though. If there's an ad that I don't mind, it's that one. It's
yeah, for
'cause
sure. Bateman is pretty funny.
that was that whoever came up with that campaign needs a raise because that was
Yeah, for real. Hey, there we go. Cool, dude. I can't do ads. So yeah, I'll bet I'm sure that all of CD's like streaming apps are the premium package, so he doesn't have the ads. So yeah, well, we should move on. So Mighty Nine, fantastic. Check it out. 2 more episodes left in the season. 2 more episodes, and then don't worry, they did CD. They did announce the next season of Vox Machina should be in the first quarter of 26. So coming up. Where do you want to go? Oh, Supergirl trailer. Let's do the Supergirl trailer.
By the way, we're up to 19 subscriptions now.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks to CD and Simarath, or God, I always forget his name. Let me look on Discord because I've talked with him.
Well, 118 followers, and we've got 22 out of 30 sub points.
Yeah. Why is it not showing? It won't show. Huh. Weird. It's weird. Anyway, the guy that came on and gave us a bunch of subs too.
Yeah, that was really
gifted
cool.
a bunch of subs. You weren't there for it, but you know.
No, I heard about it. Yeah, you told me about it. So earlier this or late last week, I think it was, we saw the new teaser trailer for Supergirl, which is coming out this summer.
Yes,
the summer of 26. And we did get a little taste of her at the end of Superman, and with Millie Alcock playing Supergirl. And you did also find out too that the movie is based very much on the graphic novel or the miniseries / graphic novel Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Where's my dog, bitch?
I got to tell you, I haven't been this excited for a movie just from the teaser in a while. I think the last time I was Superman, honestly. This looks really quite good. It looks very James. It's got James Gunn's fingerprints all over it.
Oh yeah.
People are saying it looks, that the director, James Gunn is the producer and he is the head of the studio. So you got to figure he probably went to the director of, hey, what would be really cool? You should do this, and the director went, yeah, shit, why not? James Gunn knows what he's doing when it comes to superhero movies. So,
he is the head of the DCU now.
Yeah. So, yeah, and he knows what he's doing. He's made a few of them now. Suicide Squad, 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
No,
I mean, he made
the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad, correct. The better of the two.
Yes.
He, Superman, the Peacemaker, Creature Command. I mean, the guy knows what he's fucking doing. He knows the source material, and he picked really great source material for this Supergirl movie. We see a Supergirl that is troubled, a Supergirl that is probably dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, that probably needs therapy and isn't going. She goes off planet to celebrate her birthday. She's like, hey, 23 is going to be the best year. And she's 23 years old. She goes off planet to a planet that doesn't have a yellow sun so she can get drunk.
Yep.
And that's something she does did in that comic, is that she went to a planet that doesn't have a yellow sun so she could get she could get drunk, she could have a party. She encounters like pretty much a princess of an alien world that's struggling against some sort of. I actually have the graphic novel. I haven't read it yet. It's sitting on with my comics over there. But it got rave reviews. The art is spectacular in this book. I highly recommend it, actually. But the idea in the trailer, we see her talk about, the girl asks her, what was it like to watch everybody die? And she went, well, it didn't happen fast. The gods aren't that kind. And because with Supergirl, she was on Argo City. Argo City was a domed city in the original lore. It was a domed city that survived the destruction of Krypton and was launched off into space, wholly formed, or at least a good portion of the city. Now, kryptonite is pieces of the planet that were irradiated and turned into an isotope. That happened to the ground that Argo City rested on. Now, they took precautions by putting down lead shielding and doing different things, but radiation is still radiation. And these Kryptonians were not superhumans yet. They weren't exposed to yellow sun. They
Let's say
were
they're only superhumans if they get exposed to yellow sun.
to yellow sunlight. Although they have they have established in the lore that Kryptonians are solar batteries. So basically, they get different powers under different types of sunlight. And so, like under an orange sun, they get superhuman strength and ability, but just not as powerful as like a yellow sun, things like that. So anyway, I digress. Um, they were dying. They were dying of cancer. And that's when Kara was shot off into space to essentially to originally to look for help. There's different lore. There's different things. There at one point, Argo City was found, and they recreated a Krypton, and then there was another one where it was destroyed, and all kinds of things. So, anyway, so Kara Zor-El, and that's the other thing that they tend to kind of gloss over in the comics. And they've been dealing with it a little bit more in the last decade or so. That Kara witnessed the end of Krypton. She was a teenager, or at least like a young, like a tween. She saw it fucking happen. Clark Kal-El, he was a baby. He doesn't remember. He has no memories. He's not traumatized by it. Kara was. So I love the fact that this actress is portraying a character that obviously should be broken and should be fighting against it. I think one of the best lines I've ever heard. Clark sees the good in people. I see the truth. And I'm just like, holy shit. That's amazing. What a great line.
Mm-hmm.
We also see a glimpse of Lobo.
A very brief glimpse.
Very, very brief glimpse. I went, ooh, Lobo, Lobo.
You see the cigar light up?
Yeah. So we're going to see Jason Momoa in the role he should have been cast in initially.
From the
beginning, Lobo. He did a great job with Aquaman. I will, hands down, he did a good job with this version of Aquaman.
I don't hate the Polynesian Aquaman, except that should be, he should be from Pacifica, not from Atlantis.
Sure, absolutely. It would be it was a different version of Aquaman, and I liked it. But Jason Momoa was made to play Lobo, not Aquaman.
He's wanted to play Lobo. Mm-hmm. He should have always played Lobo. So we'll be seeing. Now I'm gonna guess. I don't know if Lobo's in the comic. I can see him be Namor too. Naroki.
Absolutely.
Said he should be Namor, not Aquaman, if anything.
Yes. Largely, I think some people would also say because of his coloring, because he's obviously, he's not, the blonde, white, Caucasian like Aquaman that we were all used to, but he made it his own. He did a great job as Aquaman. So I'm not gonna downplay any of that.
No, I think it was a great twist on it. I thought he was great in the role.
That being said, Lobo. I don't know if Lobo's in the comic. Like I said, I haven't read it yet, and it could be kind of stunt casting because what my guess is, they went to Momoa. They said, okay. Listen, this is my plan. James Gunn. All right. So Jason, hear me out. So we love you as Aquaman, but we're gonna pivot. We're switching gears. We're changing lanes here, buddy. How about now? I know you were interested. Let's get you as Lobo. But we're not going to give you your first movie. We're not going to give you a movie yet. We're not. You've had the 2 movies as Aquaman. You got other things going on. You got Minecraft. You're doing all these things. You're going to be a cameo as Lobo in not even Superman. We're going to put you in Supergirl. You're going to get this great fight scene with Supergirl. You're going to get in a fight. You're not going to lose, but you're not going to win either. It's going to be a bit of a draw. She's going to kick you out of a window, out of a spaceship, and you're going to be tumbling in space or something. You're going to say something like, we'll meet again, or it'll be different next time, or I'll get you, bitch, or whatever. And then you'll show up again in another super movie. We'll have you again in the super movie, but you'll be in a bigger part. And then and you'll be like, it'll be a team up. It'll be Lobo and Superman and Supergirl or whatever. We'll figure that out later. And then after that, after we've solidified you as Lobo in this new universe, that's when we hit them with the new movie. It'll make $1 billion. We'll all get rich. You'll go down in history. You'll be the main man. I'm like, that's exactly what the fuck happened. That's no, when it was a skinny war, but wasn't Namor? No. Namor wasn't really a skinny. I mean, he was lean. He's built like a swimmer, but he's not like a skinny guy, really. But yeah. So I bet you that was the pitch. That was the exaggerated elevator pitch that that James Gunn gave Momoa, and I bet you Momoa ate it up. He ate it up every single moment of it. So we'll see. I'm super excited.
Russ was in the actual meeting.
I was. Yeah. People don't know that. I got connections, man. You talk about I got friends in all kinds of places.
I got friends.
Big places. I talk to people. I'm super excited for this. I think this is going to be, again, James Gunn. He understood the assignment. I'll bet you any money James Gunn will direct a Lobo film. He'll be the one that heads up the Lobo movie. But yeah, I think what we're seeing so far is just like across the board. We're going to see some really great stuff. I'm almost done with Peacemaker. I've got 2 episodes left.
Okay.
I got to the episode where it ends with him seeing the flag on the Deadwood Harcourt goes, and they see this swastika on the flag, and 80 is running.
Yeah,
screaming and running from all these white people chasing her. So yeah.
Yeah, Renee and I called that one because we're like, actually, Renee's the one that brought it up first, and I was kind of noticing it, but she brought it up. She's like, we haven't seen any black people in this world, and I went, yeah, you're right, we haven't. And she's like, I bet that's the issue. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's got to be, because why else would a super Nazi be one of the greatest heroes of all time?
See, and that's the thing that's interesting too is, he grew up. See, man, I was thinking about this because I haven't seen the episode yet, but I do know some of the stuff. I've seen some clips and stuff. And Augie in that universe is not an asshole. He's a decent guy, right? He's a good guy. He's a decent guy. He was Augie in the Prime universe was a racist son of a bitch because he was raised in a place in a world where racism was very distinct. If everybody is the same in a culture, in a country, then there isn't going to be aggressive racism. It looks like, obviously, I don't, like I said, I haven't seen the whole episode. There are, like, people of color are kept separate from everyone else. Either they're kept out of the country or they're kept separate.
One got out. That's what
one got out. That's what it was. So they're in some sort of camps or something like that. So they're not with with average everyday culture. I mean, when she was seen, people like, the brother stopped the car and they started chasing her like she was some sort of wild animal. It's been long enough on that world. It's been long enough since the Nazis won the war that the culture has shifted completely and changed completely. It's completely normal for these people to be what they are and how they are. And it would take a pretty massive transformation for them to change it. It's kind of like when you see people try and defend the Southern slave owners from, during the Civil War. It had been like that for well over 100 years. It was part of the culture that people just owned black people. And it was normal. That was the normal thing. So that's why we're seeing on that world, Augie is a decent guy because he was in a culture where there wasn't that animosity. There wasn't that that group of white people telling him that black people were bad. It was just and forcing it and um you know
Well, there
pretty
weren't.
much like
No, what it was just that there weren't any for him to lash out at because they
right,
were all
exactly,
behind bars.
because they're all
The
right.
Just because something's normal doesn't make it right.
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that that's the mindset that these people are in. They're not. Um, you see these alternate histories where oh, the Nazis won the war, or they did, or the Germans did this, or the Russians did that, or whatever, and you see these alternate histories, and you see people like, well, rise up against it, and we gotta change this and everything else, but they don't deal with the fact that if it's long enough, if it goes on long enough, it becomes the norm. And that's what's happened here in that version of America.
Well, the
You
difference
figure
there
it's
too
been
is that
70,
if you
80 years.
so the other difference though is that at that time there was still a lot of rampant racism in the US. So it would have
Mhm.
been easier to change the cultural norm at that time. Now people would rise up against it. I mean, look at everything that's going on against ICE.
Sure.
Um,
I
Fuck,
think, well,
ICE agents are getting arrested in New York City,
yeah, for
which I
sure.
think is
I think
fucking
I think
awesome.
also,
Yes to New York police. Yes, yes,
absolutely.
yes.
I think also too, um if they were to if the common man were to see like whatever kind of living conditions that people of color in this other world are living in, if the common man were to see that, they might. That's probably why there is a group of terrorist, domestic terrorists that fight, the Sons of Liberty or whatever they're called, that fight against the regime. They probably know that black and Hispanic and Asian people are all probably shunted off into concentration camps where they have to, where they're treated horribly. And if the common man were to see that, then they would probably, you would hope that decent people would go, man, that's terrible. You know, you also got to figure too, there's also a lot of like probably media controlled, the government controls the media. They control what the people see, and Chris Chris and his father and his brother are probably unwittingly part of that machine.
I don't think
I
they're
mean,
unwitting. I think
no,
they fully know exactly what they're.
because Augie at
Um,
one point, I know Augie at one point says, he's like, "Hey, I fight the madmen and the monsters, and I mean, if you can fight every injustice that you see on your world, then good for you. But I fight what I can fight. And I thought that was like, that makes a lot of sense. You can only fight what you can, as much as you can fight. So I just think it's an interesting take. I love alternative history. I love it when people go, "Hey, what would it be like if it was like this?" And I think, it was we see that something like that in the Castle Wolfenstein games too, where the Nazis won World War II and they pretty much took over America, and America adapts.
well, it's
Yes,
like
there's
I
still
want.
there's still a faction of people that fight against it, but the vast majority of America adapts to it.
Yeah, I like
You
that
know.
kind of stuff too. And I mean, like, I want to see like Man in the High Castle
Yeah, I've been
at
meaning to
some
watch
point
that too.
because I mean, I like Philip K. Dick, and um, I want to see that adaptation. I started watching it. It's very slow to start, so which doesn't surprise me because his novels are a little slow anyway.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
Ed, the Jay Lee Savage Namor was exactly what I was thinking of too when we were thinking of Momoa as Namor. That would be pretty great.
yeah.
You were
Um,
saying
Another trailer though that I haven't watched yet that I saw is out is the Lanterns trailer. Um,
it's not even. It's even less than what the Supergirl one
oh, is it?
was. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like basically just a couple of shots and Hal Jordan pretty much putting a ring on the dashboard of a car and then jumping out of the car with John in the passenger seat being like, it's all you, buddy, and then just jumping out of the car like you gotta do it, and something like that, and it kind of goes to show like kind of how reckless Hal Jordan could be at times, and how much of a flyboy he was, and still is, So I'm excited for that too. I'm super excited for that too. It got pushed to a later date. It's going to be pushed closer to Supergirl
Hmm.
because it was originally supposed to come out at the beginning of the year, and now they've pushed it to the summer.
Okay. Um, so Renee and I also started watching and watched actually over the weekend. We watched the entire first season. We just binged the fuck out of this show. Reacher.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get to that too.
Dude, it's so good. It is
hmm
such a good show. We watched the entire first season. It's 8 episodes. Really good show. Had
Yeah.
really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was great. Um, and Ed says, "Oh man, that's a must. One of the few series I've watched multiple times. Man in the High Castle." And Ojipo said, "A Reacher is amazeballs." Yeah, it really is a good show. The first season, fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. I also actually, I thought you said preacher. No, Reacher. Reacher.
hmm
I haven't watched Preacher yet. I watched like the first 5 episodes of Preacher when it was on, when I still had cable. Because that was
Yeah, so
before
did I. I actually bought a couple of the seasons on DVD, and I ended up not getting the rest of it. I think
Yeah.
maybe one. I got one of the seasons.
Well, it's like I never finished Legion either. That was another
Yeah.
one I did, and I never watched um what's it called?
I'm planning on going back to watching Preacher because it was good and the comic was good.
Why am I blanking on it?
Walking Dead.
No, the other comic book movie. Hell's I'm I'm seeing the it's black and white with the like the smoke coming off and it's FX comic.
Y the Last Man.
No,
I mean, Legion was very like kind of mind bendy, so I could get why not. It wasn't everybody's cup of tea. Cloak and Dagger was another one.
yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Cloak and Dagger. I didn't think
Yeah,
that it
it
was
didn't
all
really
that
grab
great.
me.
No, it's block. I'm blanking on it now, but it was Hellstorm. Why couldn't I think of
Oh,
that?
Hellstorm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, why can I not come up with that? I'm like, it's the dude's fucking name.
It was too bad because I always was a fan of the Son of Satan and in the comics, and
Yeah,
I didn't do well.
yeah. Um, so Ojibo said he's watching Landman and trying to get into American Gods. I did not like the American Gods show, Ojibo. I actually stopped watching it.
Mhm.
It was too artsy for me. I love the book, but I thought the show was just a little too over the top with the way that they did things. Like, I don't need to see him when he goes to get a pack of cigarettes, pull the thing, and you actually watch the cigarettes come down, go back, fall down, and come out. I don't need that.
Mhm. Well, it's the the art of it, I guess. I actually have American Gods. I actually picked them up on sale, all 3 seasons. So I will probably get into that eventually.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, I don't think I've got anything else.
Let's see. I got a
Oh,
couple of things.
one of the other things I did want to bring up, the format for the podcast will probably change some coming up in the future, with prices going up, things like that. I think I'm going to drop the audio podcast,
Okay.
the audio only. Keep doing this. We'll keep doing the video podcast. We'll put it up on you. I'll start putting it up on YouTube again. Um, but I'm going to drop the actual audio. We're not really getting many downloads. Maybe at most 30 a month.
Mhm.
Or maybe 15 per episode. I don't think that's enough to sustain. After 9 years, I think it's time to just give that up. And
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Even if people aren't, you can still download the video and just listen to it. You
Yeah,
don't have to
exactly.
watch us.
Yep. Right. So,
All right, well, that's
so
fine.
I think that's going to be the big. That's one of the things I wanted to talk. I wanted to just mention. I mentioned it on the show last Friday that I was probably going to be doing that. But
Okay.
yeah, starting in January, prices go up. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to keep paying for that. I've been doing it for 9 years.
Fair enough.
We had a little bit of success there in the middle, um, during COVID. I think it was, or right around COVID, maybe just
Yeah.
before. Might have been just before COVID. Where we had a
Okay.
whole bunch of downloads for a few months, and then it kind of dropped off. So
Okay. All right. Well, I got a couple of things we just real quick before we go. I mean, we started about 10 after 8, but it's approaching 10. So, real quick, Hugh Jackman says Deadpool and Wolverine doesn't feel like the end for his time in the MCU. You know what? I changed my mind. So, it's looking like there's hope that we may see Jackman as Wolverine in Doomsday. Now, they did.
they've already shown pictures that
Yeah.
supposedly that he's going to be
Well,
in
that's
it.
the other thing too. Somebody leaked the teaser trailer, and I think I haven't watched it. I've kind of been trying not to,
And
but
the only thing I've seen is a fan made trailer.
yeah. So, my guessing is we will see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine at least one more time in Doomsday,
Yeah.
Avengers Doomsday.
The picture
because
I
we,
saw was Cap and Jackman. It was actually Evans and Jackman side
okay.
by side.
So we'll see. Who knows? He doesn't mention Doomsday by name or confirm a return, but he's been dropping so many hints that coming back that it's hard not to at least speculate that he could show up in the big ensemble film, which already includes numerous X-Men characters from the previous X franchise. He also is doing a movie about where he plays Robin Hood, but it's at the end of Robin Hood's life. He's an old man, and it's interesting. Like I saw, you could barely recognize him. He's like got long hair and a long beard, and it's all gray, and he's being cared for by this older woman, and um, that looks like it could be a pretty cool movie that's coming out. I think sometime next year. Also coming up in the comic book news. Now this year we had Batman Deadpool and Deadpool Batman, one of each issues that were brought out. Obviously DC did Batman Deadpool, and Marvel did Deadpool Batman. I have both of them. I haven't read them yet. They're in the stack. But people had said good things. They loved them. Coming out later this year, we will be having another DC Marvel crossover. Superman and Spider-Man's big crossover will come in some of the biggest name. Will bring in some of the biggest names in the comic industry with a new Marvel DC anthology. So this spring, the main story is going to be written by Mark Waid, author of Kingdom Come and one of the best comic book writers in the business. And artist Jorge Jimenez will feature the two lead characters teaming up against a pair of their arch nemesis as Dr. Octopus and Brainiac. With a slew of backup stories, will bring together different iterations of Spider-Man, Superman, and their allies. So I'm excited. I think this is gonna be fun. I have always gotten a kick out of Marvel DC crossovers. We had the Game Awards were last week. I think it was last week. The winner of the year, Game of the Year awards. There's a number of different Game Awards. There's the Game Awards, and then there's a couple of different. I think the video game industry has there's the Joystick Awards, there's the Game Awards. There's at least 3 big awards ceremonies for the video game industry. Comparable to the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, that kind of thing. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I have on my shelf to play soon, is the big winner this year, beating out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Hollow Knight, Death Stranding 2, Hades 2, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I do like the fact that all these games are very different. They were all the kind of the mix together a lot of the different when it comes to Game of the Year. I'm not going to go through all these because there's quite a few, but I did want to point out some of the games that we specifically like. Dispatch was nominated for Player's Voice, which is I guess an award for hearing the gamers and playing how well they respond to it. Claire Obscure Expedition was also the debut indie game of the year. Dispatch was also nominated for that, which is absolutely fantastic game. If you guys get a chance, get Dispatch. It's $30. absolutely fantastic. Well worth it.
And
It's
hopefully over the holidays, I will be playing it more
yeah.
and
I mean, it's not a
right
long
here on this channel.
right. It's not a long playthrough, but it is. You could probably do it in a day if you really, if you
Well,
push.
each of the episodes is what, about an hour
About an hour, give or
ish.
take.
Yeah, because
And
that's
there's
about
8.
it was a little over an hour for me to do the first one, but
Yeah. And then there's a lot of there's
nice dick.
replayability too. You could
That
probably
was so funny.
what's that?
The toxic guy right at the beginning where his
Oh,
clothes just dissolve
hey,
off, and
nice
you're just like,
dick.
"Hey,
Yeah.
nice dick."
I love that it's
and it's just swinging
yeah.
like in
The
the.
language in this game is fantastic. I mean, Laura Bailey as Invisigal is just hilarious the entire game. And there's a lot. Actually, all of the members of Critical Role have either a major part or at least a cameo. So Matt Mercer, uh, Travis, and Laura Bailey are all major characters or bigger characters. Um, let's see, my mobile game. Who cares? Claire Obscure was the independent game of the year. The most anticipated game of the year, Grand Theft Auto 6, which got pushed back again to November of next year. Up against Marvel's Wolverine and The Witcher 4, and a couple others, pretty good. Best narrative, Claire Obscure Expedition. Claire Obscure won 9 awards this year. Content creator of the end, I guess, art direction, Claire Obscure. Audio design, Battlefield 6, interestingly enough. Let's see. A tie, actually, the winners for studio game direction was Kepler Interactive and Sandfall Interactive that both worked on Claire Obscure. Family game was Donkey Kong Bonanza. Multiplayers, Arc Raiders. So a pretty cool game awards. The best adaptation was Last of Us Season 2. So yeah, some really really great, some really cool awards this year. There was a number of
BG3 is life. BG3 is forever.
BG3 got another award this year. They
Yeah.
actually won an award for community support because
Well, CD
really
just
great.
posted that BG3 is life. BG3 is forever.
It is forever, and I'm at the tail end of my second playthrough.
I gotta get back to playing that too.
I'm
But
almost done. You haven't
I'm
finished it, have you?
yeah, I have.
You have done a full
Yeah.
playthrough?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm currently right about to fight the Elder Brain. I was fighting it last night and I got through. I'm actually got it to where I freed Orpheus and then Orpheus became the Mind Flayer. So Karlach didn't have to. And, or I didn't have to. And then, uh, we got through the first fight, and I'm in fighting the brain itself, and the orbs of destruction basically wiped out the majority of the party. And I'm playing with 11 party members. I've got the mod that lets me play with 11 and everybody. I've got everybody. And you'd think that it would be easier. It's not. And the game doesn't even, I mean, I've got it jacked so that everybody's got higher HP, or all of my opponents have higher HP because I've got so many, people fighting with me. But it was still, I was there have been several points in this game where I've been playing it and I'm in I beat this the first time around with 4 party members. How did I do that? This is hard.
For me, the hard part is getting to the gate. It's not the actual brain fight.
Mm-hmm.
The brain fight was easy when I got there.
Like I said, there's these orbs of annihilation that the brain summons, or negation or something.
Oh yeah, see, it didn't have much chance to do that. I got my party members through, and they just wiped it out in
I forgot that they were
2 rounds.
Yeah. So the first time I got through it, the dragon, and because I'm fighting the emperor, because the emperor goes, okay, well, if you're not with me, then I'm just gonna join with the elder brain then, I guess, And so then you're fighting him and his big red dragon that he flies in on.
Yep.
And the first time I actually got lucky with a stun and stunned him and the dragon, and I was able to take him out pretty fast, and the dragon followed suit quickly. All my guys are pretty powerful and they're pretty jacked up and pretty enhanced. So
Yeah, see, for
it's been
me,
it's been a lot
it
of
was
fun.
I played the invisibility game in that fight and didn't really
Okay.
fight. Just went invisible and ran everybody to the gate.
I have more. It's okay. That's cool. I have more allies than I had the first time I played through as well. I mean, I've got everybody. I think the only people I don't have, like, I don't have the lodge with the super, the researchers, and um, but man, I've got the guild. I've got the gnomes. I've got the tower. I mean, there are some of the things I didn't even use. Some of the ally kind of things I didn't even use. I'm like, so anyway. Speaking of then, just real quick before we go, Larian Studios did premiere a trailer for their new video game, Divinity. It is because they did say they will not be making an expansion to Baldur's Gate 3 or a Baldur's Gate 4. That although Baldur's Gate 4 is in development, it will not be done by Larian Studios. Larian Studios has a new game, Divinity, and they've said they had games before Baldur's Gate 3, Divinity and Divinity 2, Original Sin, and original Divinity Original Sin 2. Um, Divinity Original Sin 2 was the blueprint for Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sin 2 are the blueprint for this new Divinity game. It will be a turn-based game. Say it's going to be bigger than Baldur's Gate. It will not be D&D, but it will be a fantasy game, so it'll be D&D adjacent, as is Divinity if you've played it. Um, it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm actually looking forward to it. Also, a new D&D video game was announced at the Video Game Awards. A trailer, Dungeons and Dragons Warlock, and it's not going to be a video game. It's not going to be
I've
an
been seeing
RPG.
stuff on that one.
Yeah, it's not going to be an RPG like BG3. It's going to be more like a game like Red Dead Redemption, where you're playing the same character that you then probably change like Red Dead Redemption or God of War or some of these other games where you play a character in the game and then you kind of tweak that character here and there. But hey, if as long as it's not that game um, that Drizzt Do'Urden
Oh my
game,
god, that was awful.
yeah. I didn't even bother. It got such bad reviews and so many
I
people that I know that played it. There's
I
like,
played
oh,
it
it's
for
terrible.
free for one night and went, nope, fuck this.
Precisely.
But speaking of games, because I have a couple weeks off, I've actually been thinking about picking up a new game. My boss has been telling me about was it Lord of the Fallen, which looks pretty
Ooh.
badass, but it's a Souls like game.
It's a Souls game. You're
Yeah,
gonna throw the controller at the fucking
and
at the
so I don't know that I'll play that. I love the concept of it. But no, the one I'm actually looking at is what you call it, Expedition 33, because Rich
Yeah,
has
that's
been
when I
yeah
yeah,
yeah yeah
Claire
because
Obscura Edition
yeah
33.
because Rich has been talking about it so much. I've been thinking about getting it for the PS5 and just
You
sitting
should.
downstairs because Renee's still got to work, but I'm just thinking about just sitting downstairs and just playing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a couple of games on Steam too. Like I've been playing Icarus, which is pretty cool. It's a survival game. You're dropped on a planet that was partial or mostly terraformed, but they didn't get the atmosphere right, so you still got to wear um, wear a mask, wear like a suit.
Mm.
But there's you basically got to start building. You start with thatched huts, and you move up to wood, and then you move up to concrete, and you could go off and you do like basically missions. You farm, you hunt, and stuff like that. You develop your skills and your technology, so it gets better and better. It's been fun. It's been a fun game. I've also heard there was one. What was it? It was I just had to re-add it to or I added it. I think I already had it on my wish list, but Enshrouded. It's a fantasy game that has like building aspects to it,
Mm.
and they're saying that it's some pretty substantial, like pretty awesome building elements. Like you get to make some pretty elaborate stuff. You know, it came out back in January. So, but it is a fantasy game, and then you know basically make castles and all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty cool. Also, Neverwinter Nights 2 was revamped for the computer. If you want to get back into that, there's some really great games. Oh, they announced the new Lego Batman game, Legacy of the Dark Knight, got a start date of May 29th. So it's going to be the new Lego Batman. It's going to be all of the different versions of Lego or all the different versions of Batman in Lego.
Okay.
So the Christian Bale version and the
Michael
the
Keaton
Michael Keaton version, and I mean
and
all of the different versions.
and the My Chemical Batman version.
And Mike, yes, all of them. So you're going to get different kinds of Batmobiles. You're going to get different, like something like 100 different suits, and
Which
it's all of
actually,
the different versions of Batman in one game.
sorry, I know we need to wrap up, but I actually just thought of something else that I was going to bring up tonight. Have you heard or seen any of the stuff about the rumors about the Batman 2 that they're talking about now?
Little bits. Apparently, Scarlett Johansson has a role now.
Yeah, they're talking about actually doing a live action version of Mask of the Phantasm and making Scarlett Johansson Phantasm.
Okay. The Phantasm. If anything, if he sticks to the game, the Phantasm would be her father. But
Well,
hey, I
yeah,
mean, I'm
but
okay with that. If they were to do a version of that, I'd be all right with that. Yeah,
yeah, she's
why not?
well. But if you watch the movie though, I believe that the Mask of the Phantasm, it's the Phantasm's heir basically taking over and wearing the mask, and it was a woman. So
I think that'd be great. Why not? I like ScarJo, so why not?
a lot of people are super excited because they've been wanting to see a live action version of that for a long time.
I think it'd be great. I mean, Mask of the Phantasm was quantifiably an excellent story. So yeah, I'd be down. Also, Temple of Elemental Evil was recently remade too, and they fixed it. It was notoriously extremely buggy as a D&D video game, and I remember playing it on an older computer like 20 years ago, and it was really buggy. But apparently now it is available on Steam for $10. It's actually 10% off right now.
Huh.
The Temple of Elemental Evil, and yeah, it just came out on the 10th, so
Cool.
you might want to look into that. It's a top-down isometric similar to the original Baldur's Gate. So, all right, yeah, we should wrap things up. It's getting late, and Stella just walked in the door. So, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been great to be back. It was good to see everybody. Ed, thanks for joining tonight. It was good to see you. Let's see. I'll check it out. What Scott is putting out. Rumors there's an Energon Universe animated series in the works. Yes, I've heard that as well. Should be cool. They're tying in GI Joe with the Transformers a lot, so I mean, kind of cool. Dawn, great to see you too. Jeepo, CD, of course. Thanks again, CD, for all of the subs and the gift subs. That was really great of you. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate all the support and that we get from you guys. You guys are the best. So,
Here you go. He said, and Mask and Visionaries.
Pardon me?
Ed said, and Mask and Visionaries.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they want to tie like all of these old like properties, these old 80s cartoons properties into one universe. I think I'd be down. I think that's really fucking cool. Mask for sure. I don't know about the Visionaries, but Mask for sure. That'd be really cool too. Hasbroverse, yeah. I'm in, dude. Let's do it. All right. Yes. Thanks again. And yeah.
Remember to like and subscribe, follow, wherever you're watching. Check us out. You can also check us out on. Oh, also comment on the videos if you want.
Yes.
Let us know. Remember, if you do have so if you're a subscriber here on Twitch, then you get access to our Discord channel as well. We are pretty active in there. Russ will probably be active again now. He wasn't so much lately, last couple weeks, but
I've been tired.
But pretty much all of us that are on the Drinking Nerds channel here, everybody from Tavern Nights, and then us here at Nerds with Alcohol, we're all pretty active. So but yeah, remember you can follow us on most social medias. We're on Facebook, Nerds with Alcohol Show, and pretty much everywhere else at Drinking Nerds. Just look for us and you'll probably find us.
And hey, if you ever see us out and about in the real world, you see me at Ren Fair, you see me at Canterbury Village or wherever else, be sure to say hi. We're always happy to say hi to all of our fans and our listeners and everything else.
Our friends and fans.
Friends and fans. I know I see Dawn at Auntie at Ren Fair a lot. But I'm going to be doing Krampus this Friday in Grand Rapids, and then again on Saturday and Monday at Canterbury Village.
Yeah, and come on out here on Friday. We'll be right here on Twitch at 7:30 for the next installment of Tavern Nights, where the group has their prisoner, and they're ready to head back to town. They just had a big fight. We're really glad that they were second level, because they're like, we never would have survived this if we weren't second level. I said, that's why I had you level up.
Yeah. Did you look at the details of what I chose for second level?
No, I didn't. Okay. What was your fighting style?
Archer.
Okay.
Yeah. I pick Archer, and then at third level I actually pick my specialty, my subclass. I don't know if I'm going to pick a bow-centric subclass, because I kind of almost want to make Kandar a little more like kind of be able to switch back and forth a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know, but I get a +2 with bows now.
Yeah.
So
Ned, the guy that you had rescued, turned on you. Took Cressida out. Took out your cleric.
No shit.
Yep. Poison blade.
Son of a bitch.
2 attacks, and then disengaged and moved away without getting hit. And then he ran away at the end, and they're like, motherfucker, we're going to start all over again. He's the new glass staff.
So he got away.
Yeah, he got away. They didn't chase after him. He ran down a tunnel, and they're like, yeah, we're not chasing him. We got our prisoner. Tie him up. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Who is the prisoner?
Just one of the bad guys that they knocked out. They did non-lethal damage on him instead of lethal.
So why did Ned betray us? Was he also part of the
you have no idea. But he yelled at one point when there was a guy that was casting spells. When that guy went down, he yelled "Sandbullets down," and then backed out.
Okay.
Along with 2 other guys that were down that hallway.
Interesting. All right. Cool. Well, I am sorry that I missed it. I'm sorry that I've been missing the last couple of episodes of our very first campaign.
You'll miss this next one, but you'll be back.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. You're going to come back just in time for cake, because the next one is going to be on Alexandra's birthday.
Yeah, and then my birthday is right around the corner.
Yeah, two games after that.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. So let's get out of here. I think that'll about do it.
That should do it.
Until next time.
Slainte.
All right. Have a good week, everybody.
Good night.
Well, I'd like to tell the story of the band, la 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 la, how we came to sing and drink across the land, la 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 la. Well, it started out as fun in the back of an old pub. Well, then we found the whiskey and the meaning of true love. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and everybody's sister will agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome.